All right, today we are going to dive into some tech that is really truly changing the game for anyone who has to manage our complex digital world. We're talking about a way to handle network troubleshooting that's smarter, faster, and just way more efficient.
So, let me just start with a question for you. How do you fix something you can't actually see or touch? It's really the biggest question in modern IT, right? Our networks are everywhere, they're remote, and most of the time, they're totally invisible. So when something breaks at a customer site that's hundreds of miles away, what do? That's the challenge we're going to unpack today.
So first things first, let's really frame the problem. For IT pros and especially for managed service providers, MSPs, the day-to-day grind of managing networks is just filled with some major headaches.
And what you've got to understand is how these problems just stack on top of each other. I mean, imagine you're an MSP and you're trying to manage hundreds of different customer sites. A single problem could mean you have to send a technician out on what they call a truck roll. That is incredibly expensive. At the same time, you're probably juggling a dozen different tools that don't even talk to each other, trying to manually figure out what's wrong. And all of that, it just leads to more downtime, and that means unhappy customers. It is a really nasty cycle of just inefficiency and high costs.
But what if there was a completely different way to think about this? This brings us to the solution. It's not just a new tool, it's a whole new philosophy for how we manage and troubleshoot modern networks.
The heart of this new way of thinking is a concept called infrastructure and troubleshooting intelligence. The best way to think about it is like a central command center, right? A single powerhouse that gives IT teams direct, secure, and total control over their entire network. And yeah, that includes devices from all different vendors, all without ever having to be on site.
Okay, so that sounds great, but how does it actually work? Well, let's take a peek inside the toolkit. And honestly, I like to think of these tools as the superpowers that every IT pro has been dreaming of.
First up, we have something called Secure Connect. The best analogy for this is a secure digital master key. It's basically a high-performance reverse proxy that can unlock and give you access to pretty much any device on a remote network, and it does it safely and instantly.
And get this, the software agent for Secure Connect is less than 500 kilobytes. To put that into perspective, that is smaller than a single low-res photo. That means it is incredibly light and efficient. It can run on almost any device imaginable without slowing it down, which is a massive advantage when you're managing everything from big servers to tiny little IoT sensors.
And getting that access couldn't be simpler. It's just a three-step process. First, you kick off the session from a central portal. Second, the connection gets locked down and authenticated with security tokens and super strong encryption. And third, boom, you've got full access, either graphical or command line, to firewalls, switches, printers, you name it. It's total remote control at your fingertips.
Okay, so now you're in. You've got the master key. So what's next? Well, now you need to figure out what's wrong. And this is where the doctor's kit comes in. We're talking about a full suite of integrated diagnostic tools designed to find the root cause of a problem in just minutes.
And at the very heart of this toolkit is remote Wireshark. Now this is a genuine game changer. It lets you capture data packets directly from any device, anywhere. It's like having an X-ray for your network traffic, letting you see absolutely everything that's going on, from performance bottlenecks to potential cyber attacks, all from a single screen. It's amazing. And Wireshark isn't working alone here. It's part of a whole powerful team. You've also got iperf to measure your real-time bandwidth and latency, which helps you pinpoint any throughput issues. And their built-in speed test to check if your internet service provider is actually giving you the speed you're paying for. Altogether, these tools give you a complete 360-degree view of your network's health.
So we've seen the how, all the cool tech, but let's shift gears to the so what. I mean, how do these cool features actually translate into real, tangible value for a business?
For MSPs, the benefits are, frankly, transformative. First off, by eliminating those super expensive truck rolls, your operations get streamlined immediately. Using Wireshark for deep packet inspection seriously enhances your cybersecurity. And because you can solve problems so much faster, customer downtime just plummets, which keeps everyone happy. But maybe most importantly, it lets an MSP scale up to manage thousands of devices without their costs scaling up too.
And this isn't just theory. Let's look at a real-world example. So a client's email suddenly stops working. In the old days, this could take hours, maybe even days to figure out. But using remote Wireshark, the MSP saw instantly that a bunch of failed logins had caused the client's IP address to get blacklisted by their email provider. They found the root cause and fixed it in minutes. That's the kind of impact we're talking about.
So when you start to put all these pieces together, it becomes incredibly clear that what we're looking at here is the future of network management. This is not just some small improvement, it's a complete shift in the paradigm.
You know, it all boils down to a really simple contrast. On one side, you have the old, traditional way. It's slow, it's manual, it's incredibly expensive, and you have almost no visibility. And on the other side, you've got a new intelligence platform that is 100% remote, totally unified, fast, and way more cost-effective. This is the leap from the past to the future of IT operations.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As our digital world, our networks, our devices, as everything just gets infinitely more complex and spread out, does the very idea of needing to be physically present to fix something, does it even make sense anymore? Based on what we've seen today, the answer seems to be a pretty resounding no. The writing is on the wall.